So there's a little book on my shelf called Stand. Sorry.
Stat list. Author Stephen King. Duration 1,153 pages. Difficulty unknown.
Stephen King's longest novel, considered by some fans to be his best work ever, is a story of epic proportions. It's about a government virus gone loose with a 99% spread and mortality rate. It's about the collapse of America. And most of all, it's about how those left must choose a side for the battle against good and evil. But is it as good as it's said to be? Well, there's only one way to find out. The circle opens. Alrighty, we are. Look at that. Do you see this? We're right here. Do you want to guess how many pages that was? I read like 3, probably 4 hours today. We are in chapter 12, page 96. I read that much today. And this is how far in we are. Only 1,053 pages to go. This book is really freaking good. Boy, it's considered the best Stephen King book ever. It's amazing. First off, we're seeing how this disease originates and develops and spreads, and it's so interesting. And I forget while I'm reading, I'm like, wait, this is a book about like a deadly virus. And we're having this super well written scene about like this girl and her family, her accidental pregnancy. And then we have an aspiring musician, him dealing with fame, and his mother, his relationship with his mother is being played out so well. And I'm like, what the flip? The world hasn't collapsed. Stephen King's kind of edging us. He's like, it's gonna collapse soon. But it hasn't yet. And it's so funny because that's only Stephen King gonna get away with having 100 pages and the virus still. It hasn't turned to the apocalypse yet. The characters are, oh, they're beautiful. I'm really curious to see how this all leads together. How these characters' paths intersect and how the virus affects their lives, because now I'm genuinely invested in these people's everyday lives, and I'm scared how the virus is going to affect this. So far this is freaking amazing. I can't stop reading it. It's just like Stephen King puts a spell on me, and I'm just my fears are diminishing a little bit because I was really afraid it might not be good, but I don't know what I was thinking. This book is great. Your phone's ready, dude. I just finished book 1, about 400 pages in. I thought this book was really good. And the survivors are all left with these weird dreams, these nightmares they have. This book is nuts so far. I think the first 250 pages, phenomenal. Great. That's basically America, the entire world collapsing under this virus. It has done so freaking well. Not to mention that during this entire collapse of America, and while you're seeing the spread of the virus from the first person who was infected to, the global spread, you get to see the lives of these really well fleshed out characters and kind of just their home life drama. And it's done really, really well, along with this massive, large scale thing happening. He balances the small minutiae of life and large scale global events perfectly. I thought it was great. And then it had a total tonal shift. It goes from kind of a grounded in its own way book to these supernatural phenomenons occurring, these almost religious characters starting to pop up, which is a complete shift. And it almost feels like a different book at the point I'm at. It took me a little bit to get on board with the tone shift and that kind of story structural shift as it was setting up new things happening. But I'm really, really excited to see what is going to come next. It took me like over a week to read this bit, but gonna keep going. I'm excited. We're going to write some of my story. It is called Burgers. I'm gonna write some of my story. I'm gonna write. I freaking love drawing. I need to be doing it more. I love busting out the pen and paper. But I haven't been doing it a lot, so I have some free time. Instead of just reading, I'm gonna read and draw. because I'm so artsy. I'm working right now on, I found this little postcard at like a thrift store, so I bought it, and I'm doing the grid method. I know some people dug on the grid method, but I like it, okay? So I'm drawing this, and right now this is all I got so far, but I want to get further into it. I want to clean up the river because it doesn't look that good. Maybe get a sketch of like the whole thing in general, but I'm gonna listen to the Stand audiobook while I draw, and yeah, I think it'll be fun. We got the little sketch kit courtesy of the girlfriend. Thank you. My dad has me come out here in the morning and like clean up the roots underneath them. So I listen to the Stand while I do that, and it's actually pretty relaxing. It's like 7:20 a.m. right now, and it's pretty. It's nice. Look at the clouds. Do you see these clouds, though? They're glorious.
Oh my god, it is beautiful.
It looks like a bunny.
I want to take
See the bunny?
Where? Oh yeah, it does. It looks like a big old blue bunny. I have not been doing a good job keeping you guys updated on the Stand. So it's freaking good. It's really good. The tonal shift, as I said, threw me offbeat a little bit, but now I'm into it fully. Basically, the dudes are cast of characters here. All have these dreams. Then there's a bad man, the dark man, Randall Flagg is his name. And then they have good dreams about Mother Abigail, who can protect them. And so all of the characters in the book now are starting to make their way to Mother Abigail in one way or another. And the build-up is just really awesome. The characters' dynamics, there's these large groups forming, and Stephen King is so good at writing these group dynamics, making you feel cozy with these groups of people that almost start to feel like family. And right now, I'm at a point where some parts of it are really comfy, and you can't just help but feel warm and cozy. While reading some of these, really feels like Lonesome Dove, and how you can fall in love with these characters. These characters are so well written. We have a deaf mute guy, a rising rock star, a college girl, a guy who works at a calculator factory. Like, there's such a diverse level of characters. And the adventure aspect they're going on, the thing they're working towards, in this fight basically between dark and evil, which is, it's become at this point, it's gotten very religious, but in a really interesting way. Sorry I kept you guys in the dark so long. I've been grooving along. I'm on page 550. I've been making some decent progress. If I want to finish this book by the end of June, which I really want to finish before June is over, I have to read about 71 pages a day. And I really am going to try to make that happen because I want to get this bad boy done before June is over. It is June 22nd right now. I got till June 30th, and I'm going to try to bust this bad boy out. So, let's do it. Right? I'm the dark one. Oh, no, I'm not. Your clothes back. You look a little upset, Gina. You alright? Okay. Down. It's art of the week. Art of the week. I recommend a piece of art that I like, so you can experience it if you want. Anyways, this one is Red by Red by King Crimson. Look at that. Bruh, this album's crazy. So it's a prog rock album, and the best way I can describe it is someone getting a massive cut on their arm, gushing blood, and then the blood drying. I sound insane. I sound literally ridiculous right now, but that's the best way I can describe Red by King Crimson. Perfect to listen to in the dark if you want to freak yourself the fuck out. Pretty daunting songs. There's only 4 songs. They're pretty long, and they're dark. They're pretty grueling.
Sometimes they're just random noise, but the vibe works. I chose it for this video because I think it fits the first 250 pages of The Stand, where America's falling apart. This is like the soundtrack for that in my head, along with Bullet the Blue Sky by U2. That song and this album just fit the vibe. It also fits the vibe of any really bloody and really gruesome and dark and eerie vibe. This is the album for it. Not for everyone, but maybe give it a crack. Who knows? You might like it. It's kind of heavy. I actually really love this album. So I've heard some people call it demonic. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, that's Art of the Week. Thank you for your consideration. Alright, dude, it is like 12 a.m. I'm so tired right now. So, we are... What page are we on? Holy crap. We are on page 792. Holy bajolies, bro. But we're on page 792, chapter 54. Making some great progress in The Stand. Oh my gosh. Getting close. 350 pages left. I have been reading 70 pages a day the past few days. Except today, because I had a bit of a busy day today. I got like 12 pages left to reach my quota, but I'm way too tired. Like, I can't do it. I can't stay up any longer. But yeah, The Stand has been great. Freaking civilization, they're like basically rebuilding their own like smaller version of America. All the characters that we've been following throughout the book, they have met up now. They are together, they're interacting, and there's some freaking drama. There's some love drama. Freaking Harold, man. So much going on with Harold. Really interesting character. Super interesting character. All of them are. And there's a lot of like political aspects going on with this community that they have in Boulder. I'm really interested to see how this is going to tie back in to the whole dark religious side of the book, which the characters have been aware of. It definitely is turning into like a religious crusade. There's the light force and the dark force, which most of the characters that we're following are part of the light force, with Mother Abigail, and the dark force is with Randall Flagg. I'm loving this book. I think it's great. So much depth to the story. The world is so freaking built out. But yeah, we've been reading this thing and it's fun and we're gonna keep going. I literally am kind of astonished that I'm this far in. I'm a yapper, man. I just don't stop talking, do I? I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed, bro. I'm gonna fall asleep, bro. I'm gonna fall asleep so fast. Bro, I was literally just thinking about pizza and I was getting so excited about it. And then lo and behold, yes! My kind mother made some pizza. And I'm very excited right now. You already know, we're gonna stand. There's a lot of things up in the air right now and I'm super curious to see how they all clear out. So let's get to reading. Generational golf cart club. Driving a freaking 2x2 like it's a race car. Alrighty, we just finished book 2. We're in book 3, which is The Stand. Oh, that's the name of the book. I got to the part that was spoiled in unwriting, and it was like a lot changed very fast at the end. Book 2 in this book was kind of civilization beginning again, rebuilding America, building a safe community in the light side. But our characters have just been basically tasked with a journey. They've been tasked with making the stand. The stand against good and evil. And I've been waiting for this. It's been building up to this, and I've been waiting for this for so long. Harold, man. If you read the book, you know what I'm talking about, but freaking Harold. But yeah, book 2 is about 500 pages. So that was a big boy. But book 3, about 225 pages. That's all I got left of the book. And it's freaking done. Can't believe I'm getting this close to finishing The Stand. I'm on page 926. This is crazy. What happens, bro? What happens? I want to know what happens so bad. I want to know what happens to these characters. These characters are so freaking well written. Like, they're so good. Also, I read like 110 pages yesterday in one day, which is nuts. That's a lot for me. So I'm ahead of my daily quota, which is it's a good feeling. We just got to page 1,000. Things are ramping up, and I'm excited to keep reading. I just wanted to update you guys on that because I don't think I've ever read 1,000 pages before. I think we have completely surpassed any other length of book I've ever read. Sorry, my brother's playing the piano, but we're gonna freaking finish this. It's not that epic. I'm just reading a book.
It's reading time. Oh. Hey, dude.
It's you. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Funny seeing you here. Chapter 69.
Okay, I'm gonna read now. There's thunder approaching. Ooh. I'm reading a meatball right now. I wasn't talking to you. It was a good meatball. Anyways. I'm mad at Mr. King. They freaking hurt my boy. If you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. They've hurt my boy. What the fuck? I just finished chapter 73, and if you read the book, you know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm not laughing because it's bad. It's very good. It's just so utterly insane that I don't know what else to do but laugh. It's so like epic that I can't help but laugh. Oh my god. Dude, some nutty stuff just happened. Holy crap. Like, I was just like talking to my brother. I was like, so far this like stand that they're making against good and evil is kind of lame. Characters are just being done these injustices, and it's like, oh, come on, man. Like, they deserve so much better than this. And then this absolutely crazy shit happened that I don't want to give away because it's fucking nuts. My brother had told me that like some crazy off the wall stuff happens from the spoiler he got. And I was like, so far none of this is happening. And then it like just happened. Oh my god. I'm sorry. When things are just like insane and nutty, I laugh because I don't know what else to do. But that was fucking epic, dude. Okay. I got like 60, 70 pages left. We're gonna finish this bad boy. Oh my god. I'm very excited to see what happens. They're doing injustices to my boys. My characters. Alrighty, I have 13 pages left in the stand. We're gonna make our stand to finish the stand. Okay, that was a really bad pun. I'm just very excited because I honestly didn't think I'd be able to read this entire book. So yeah, I'm gonna freaking finish it. It's not that deep. I had to move. Okay, we're gonna finish it now. Well, I finished it. I don't know what to make of that ending. I don't know what to say. I gotta think about it, because it leaves you with a lot of questions of the cyclicality of mankind and what next, the fate of human beings in the long term, in the whole question of will they repeat their same mistakes. Okay. Stephen King went out here and asked all the questions. Didn't leave many answers. That's alright. What, it took like 17 or 18 days, I think, but we did it. Hey, I'm proud of that. I am proud of that, man. Wow. Alrighty. I guess that's it for now. The Stand was a freaking ride. Holy crap. Alrighty, so it's been a few days since I've read The Stand, and I think I have a decent bit of thoughts collected. Now, The Stand, oh my gosh. When I finished this book, I genuinely did not know what to think. If I'm going to be honest, this is going to sound blasphemous, but I was a bit disappointed, which is a little nutty to say, I know. I still thought it was exceptional, but I had expectations, and the book was not aligned with those expectations. It didn't mean the book was bad. My head just wasn't in the right place, and I wasn't ready for what the book actually was. Now that I have simmered on it a bit, however, I really freaking like The Stand. Like, now that it's been a few days, the disappointment I guess I had has completely worn off. Now that I know it for what it is, The Stand is a phenomenal work by Stephen King. I think The Collapse of America is a standout. That 250-page portion in the beginning is so freaking good. But the whole book is great. The characters are amazing. The journey these characters go on, and the fight between good and evil. It didn't get as crazy as I thought it would, even though it got freaking crazy. My expectations, again, were just in a completely different space. It's nuts. It is nuts. I don't want to spoil anything, but if it sounds interesting to you, it's a great read. The characters are phenomenal. The journeying aspect is amazing. The way he builds communities, and it's a great freaking story of good against evil. Also, it poses some really important questions of humans and our mistakes, and if we are going to keep making the same mistakes, if we're going to keep screwing up. Book leaves with a lot of questions like that. Also, great villain. Randall Flagg is a really interesting villain. The entire idea of personification of two sides of good and evil, Randall Flagg kind of being akin to the devil, and Mother Abigail being, I guess, a prophet of God kind of in the book. Super interesting, super fascinating. This book does turn from America collapsing horror to post-apocalyptic fantasy. So that's a thing that caught me off guard. Anyways, this book was great. I am so glad I read The Stand. As for the difficulty level, as we said at the beginning, it was unknown. Pretty easy read. Besides its length, it is quite an accessible read. Not super hard to read. Stephen King is always very readable. The length is by far the hardest thing about it. But the question we posed at the beginning of the video, is it as good as people say? I think I'm going to have to go with yes. I don't think I would not have said yes about 3 days ago. But right now, I'm going to have to go with yes. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Have a great life. And I will see you next week. Hopefully. Hopefully I say stay consistent. The Stand. It's by Stephen King. It's very good. Okay. Bye.